Greetings, welcome back to Acadian Comics. I'm your host James Fondren, and in this video, we're going to go over my haul from Silver Age Comics in Astoria, Queens. Last week I stopped by Silver Age Comics, which is in Astoria, as I said. And before we get too much into this, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. I also have an eBay store where I sell some of the comics that I feature here on the channel. I'm trying to update the listings. It's something I have to sit down and do. But as soon as I get an opportunity to, I'll put some more comics up there. But yeah, so Silver Age Comics, I believe it's the oldest comic book shop in New York City that's been in continuous operation. It may not be the oldest comic book shop ever in the city, but it's the oldest one in existence that's in operation today. It's cool. It's right above a subway line, and it's actually connected. You have to go up the stairs. There's a subway station, and it's literally right there. It's like connected. You walk out the comic book shop, and it's right next to the subway station. So it's really neat. It's like it's part of that infrastructure. So it's sort of a unique sort of setup that they have. But I'll show you what I picked up comic-wise, and then maybe we'll get into some of this heavy metal stuff. So here we go. So the first thing I have is the Maxx, issue number 1. And I believe this is Dale Keown. He did the cover. Did he do the cover? No. It looks like Dale... No. Keith, maybe not. No, that's not Dale Keown. Is it? Let me know in the chat. I'm looking here. First printing. This is the first printing of the Maxx. I love the panels. I've never read the Maxx, so I gotta like catch up, you know. The Maxx. Look, they had Topps trading cards for the Maxx. Yep, so that's issue number 1, first printing. Then we have, I'm gonna start moving things off to the side here. Let me do that because I've got something really cool to show you once I get through the end of this. This is issue number 2. And let's see, is this the first printing as well? First printing, the Maxx, issue number 2. And then this is new. This is a new book. I think Phil Noto is Star Wars number 1 from Marvel. Let's take a look. Hold on. I haven't read this yet. Obviously, this is Luke Skywalker and his X-Wing, and yeah. Well, where's like the... Here we go. Alex Segura, Phil Noto. Yeah, so Phil Noto did the cover. I don't know if he did. I got 2 copies of this, but I like his art. It's I mean, yeah, you got a ton of reference for these characters. Even the characters that are, you know, not referenced, still pretty cool. Some interesting stuff here. Good Han Solo. Yeah, he's got kind of a cool style. Luke's in his jumpsuit, his flight suit. Star Wars Visions. Trade paperback. Yeah, and so then there's number 2, variant edition, cool cover. So I picked those up. All right, I'll have to read it. Then I have a couple loose issues of Flash Gordon. I think it's Escape from Planet Death, that run, the first volume. And I like the loose issues. But so Cliff Richards did 15 through 22, and then Will Conrad did pages 1 through 14. Okay, where's Cliff Richards? He's in the back. Yeah, cool. Look at that. And I also picked up the trade paperback. They have this at Silver Age Comics. So I will review this. I remember picking up the first issue at Midtown last year, and I need to read this whole thing and review it. You wonder where I got my design ideas for my Flash Gordon sketch and drawing that I colored. Got it from here. I mean, I didn't even like change. I changed very little. I just wanted to kind of test myself with the coloring and just seeing what I could do. What I could achieve. So look, there's Ming over there. So, yep. So that's Volume 1, Escape from Planet Death, Flash Gordon from Mad Cave, and I like it. It's pretty good. So far, so good. So they had a couple of issues of Heavy Metal. Now, Heavy Metal's a magazine that like I gotta hold on. I gotta like peep through here just to make sure. You get some cool art, right, in Heavy Metal magazine, but it's always like you never know what's gonna be in here. So I gotta kind of like, yeah. Look, check it out. Could have saved up to 58% if I had a subscription to Heavy Metal back in the day. And this was December 97. So you would have had Wizard Magazine. You would have had all kinds of stuff, But look at this. Some cool comics in here. And that's what I like about Heavy Metal. And you know what? While I'm here with Heavy Metal, I also, a couple weeks ago, I picked this up too. This is the relaunch of Heavy Metal. This is the new Heavy Metal, and looks familiar, right? Frank Frazetta's art. But I've been reading the stories in here, and they're pretty damn good. Like this one about the knight and the ant people, good. Yeah, some good stories in here. I like this one. This was kind of cool. This rough thing, but this one was good too. Look how the text it's popping out of the word balloon. Oh, is that a printing error? Oh my gosh. That's a joke, by the way. I'm kidding. But yeah, so this kind of goes back to form with like Heavy Metal, but I'm still reading through this one. But this is the relaunch, and I got it because it's got the Frank Frazetta painting for the cover, which is awesome. So anyway, I got this. This is issue Fall 97, 20-year special, yeah. I mean, there's just some beautiful stuff in Heavy Metal. Like, if you like comics, Heavy Metal is like where it's at, It's a great anthology magazine. It's got an eclectic is this Mobius? Hold on. Is this Mobius? Layouts by Mobius, art by W.M. Stout. So Mobius did the layouts here. Look at that. Look at Mobius. Look at this stuff. Yeah, it's got that cool Mobius vibe. He did the layouts. I mean, look at that. That's just, great. Really great. I'm kind of having to look off screen because, I don't know what, yeah, and that's the back cover. It's a wraparound. It's the wraparound cover. See? Okay. All right, and then we have from April 81. Let's see. The Howling. Check that out. The Howling is in there. Wow, there's a section about the art and the Nazis in here. Jeez. I wonder if this is like scholarly, if they have any like real stuff in here, but look at that. Crazy, huh? All right, let's see what else they got in here. And I have to do this because otherwise, and that's the difference. Like I did the Frank Frazetta stuff, and yeah, there was some art in there, but that's different. That's not he was doing pieces, and they weren't sequential storytelling. So here's another example of a comic in Heavy Metal from the 80s. Yeah, this is good stuff. I mean, look at the you can say a lot in black and white, you can. Color really would pick that up, but good stuff. Beautiful. And then you sort of get like this sort of there's different styles, and you get like rough, like 70s style stuff, and I was never really a big fan of that. I mean, you kind of that sort of art ends up in like I don't know, the old Playboy magazines and like uh I don't know what, I have no idea why Hitler's in here again and what's going on. And I don't know what's going on with these pandas, but yeah, there's more nudity in here, but yeah. Heavy metal can go there, you know, it can go to places where the mainstream can never go. So I'm interested to see like where heavy metal goes now with the relaunch. It'd probably be a more tame, right? But you know, I've gone through that new issue. I haven't seen anything that's like there's like gratuitous, like I don't know, smuttiness to it. It's just it's good art. But yeah, all right. So there's that one. And April '83. All right. See, it's an adult illustrated fantasy magazine. They make the distinction there, so there's no confusion. You know. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That's nice. Let's see. Where I'm gonna find something cool. This is pretty cool. Look at this. I don't know what the story is, but yeah, beautiful. This is beautiful art. Look at that. Yeah. Because you're not just reading it, like you're not just reading the word balloons, you're looking at it and it's just like wow, it's like a feast for the eyes, you know? It's just really some of the art in heavy metal is just really good. Some of it not exactly my bag, you know? But when you get a Mobius here and there, you get some really great art in there. You know, it can be really something. Is this Mobius? I don't think so. Look at this. It's like a Star Wars thing here. Look. Okay. All right. I don't know what they're going on for that, but anyway, that's this one. Right. And what's next? Last one. And then I got something cool, and I wanted to look at this one because exclusive feature Ridley Scott's Blade Runner. Let's look at that. So, look at this. There's an ad for John Carpenter's The Thing, starring Kurt Russell, coming this summer to a theater near you. Man, it's the warmest place to hide. Oh man, that is so cool. That would have been a great movie to see at the theater. It would have been, yeah. Oh look, here's a story about Philip K. Dick passing away. And then, I mean, isn't that something? Like I think he saw like rough cuts of Blade Runner, which is based off of his book Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, but I don't think he saw the final film. And I'm a big fan of Philip K. Dick. I like his writing. Look. Oh yeah, Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan came out. What is this? June 1982. I think 82 was a good year. Opens June 25th. Blade Runner. Harrison Ford and a new suspense thriller from the director of Alien. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Imperatrix. Alejandro Jodorowsky. Oh, this is Alejandro Jodorowsky and Mobius. What? Okay, I'm not gonna pull this back. This is like good stuff. Yeah. Look at this. All right, it's freaking awesome, man. Freaking awesome. Megaforce. Golden Harvest. Oh man. Heavy metal. Oh, I gotta skip some of this stuff. Hold on. I gotta peek ahead. What it's safe for YouTube. Cool. Yeah, some more art in here. This is great. What a great establishing shot this is. And look at this. I mean, this is brilliant. Well, hold on. What? Who did this story? I don't know. But not bad. Wow, look at this. This is like a great comic, man. A great like jungle adventure comic. Look at the effort and there's a glare here. Look at the effort and the detail put into this. Beautiful. This is great. It's good stuff. Oh, here we go. We're getting the Blade Runner here. Hold on. Here we go. Blade Runner. This is the city. Look, this is all Sid Mead stuff. Although Mead was originally asked to design just vehicles for the film, his subsequent work included. Let me get rid of that glare so you can see this beautiful Sid Mead stuff. Art, yeah. Work included not only vehicles but the street environment as well. After Ridley Scott saw the initial paintings, he had Sid elaborate on the designs of the entire cityscape and urban lifestyle. There are 106 million stories in this naked city, and Blade Runner is one of them. Harrison Ford as Deckard, a hard-boiled detective, the year 2019, whose specialty is tracking down renegade replicants, genetically engineered people who have infiltrated the city. Yeah, man. Can you imagine going to see Blade Runner at the theater? Look, this is Sid Mead's vision, and like you can see that they brought this to life, you know. Edward James Olmos with Harrison Ford in there in the spinner cockpit. It's brilliant, man. Look at this. Look at this stuff. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't want to go any further. I just don't know what's going to be in here, so I almost forgot. This is something that I actually picked up at Silver Age Comics, and this is sort of a niche thing, but this is like DC's work in progress, and similar to those Joe Kubert drawing books, I want to show you something. So let's see. So it's just like 13 by, so look, 13 inches by 8. I thought it was 11 by 17, but not exactly. It's not exactly 11 by 17. But anyway, this is huge, and it's cool because you can just see the inks. So let's take a look. Frank Quietly. Look at this. Doom Planet. I love this. You know, and of course you're going to see more of like my infrastructure and background here for this, but I wanted to show this to everybody. Look at that, man. It's huge. It takes up my whole desk. I don't know if you can see the bottom or not, but yeah. So I kind of rushed through that Blade Runner bit, but that was the last page on Heavy Metal. But you know, this you get to see up close and really see the inking, the line art of this, and it's just really cool to kind of I love these oversized things. It's just the problem is kind of storage, and there's really, what sleeve would you put this in? There's nothing you can really put it in to make it work, you know. I'm not seeing how that's possible. Even those Life magazine sleeves, they don't really fit. Now I do have like something else that potentially I could put it in. I'm gonna have to check, and they have it at my local shop. I'm gonna have to see if I can fit that in here. But it's just cool to see it, and look, you start to see like not everything is high detailed. It doesn't have to be, because they know they're coming in. It will be colored. It's nice and clean and crisp. Look at this. Look how simplistic this is, you know. They'll come in, color, maybe add some texture to the stuff. Yeah. Like, this is bonus material, y'all. We call this lanyap in Louisiana. Lanyap. So there we go. That's the last page. But, oh, that's awesome, huh? Awesome. Yep, I thought I'd share that with y'all. Oh, that's the Neil Adams alternative art cover right there. That's Neil Adams. Yeah, like it's massive. I don't know where you would fit all that. Like, uh, where I would put that. You know, I'm putting it on top of my long boxes. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed me going through heavy metal. And I'll catch you right here next time at Acadian Comics.